What did you see in that cloud?
Well, it's not what you think. They took him. They took him all.
I gotta get out this house.
I'm trying to save you.
My brother is out there.
I don't think they take you. If you don't look at it.
Look, don't look, don't look.
This dream you're chasing, where you end up at the top of the mountain, it's the one you never wake up from.
Very excited to be a part of it. I mean, I was a fan of Jordan's before Get Out, just in terms of comedy and what he was able to do with Key and Peele. But then after I saw Get Out, I knew immediately, like, oh my gosh, he's on another level for real. And so when I got the opportunity to do this, and then I knew I was going to be working beside Daniel as well, I just thought, man, this is a great opportunity. You know?
On Get Out, I felt really pushed. So then it was, you always want that. I mean, like, yeah, you want work that like connects with people and stuff like that, but you want to be pushed as a cross person. So on Get Out, I felt really pushed. So then it was, you always want that. I mean, like, yeah, you want work that like connects with people and stuff like that, but you want to be pushed as a cross person. So then like, I was like, oh, this is an amazing opportunity. And then the horse riding it was scary to me. And then so I was like, but you go towards the fear, and it's just like, you find out a lot about yourself, you find out a lot about the character, you find out a lot about the film by just learning all these traits. And so yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I'm an only child, but I'm fascinated with the sibling relationship because it is one that's based on a primal and genetic sort of loyalty. You know, there's something beneath it that no matter how, with many siblings, not all, no matter how much they go at each other's throats or fight, no matter how much their existence is defined by being different from the other one, they will come to support each other at the end. And so I wanted to tell a tale about that because that's something that always brings me a great deal of heart and joy and melancholy.
Having the brother and sister narrative, it just makes me, I love sibling. Good. That's like Hell or High Water, you know. It's about like I love films that explore siblings, and so to do like a different sex, different gender siblings is so much. It's like you see a platonic love and that they fit with each other. It's like what Keke was saying, they're like a yin and a yang. So it was amazing to kind of like explore that and find the funny and find the love in it, but with the tint of you annoy me and she's annoyed by me as well. So this is like, there's that push and conflict, but underneath it is a lot
I
of
play
love.
Emerald Haywood, who is a rambunctious, you know, a little bit attention-driven, performative personality, looking for her big moment. You know, she's kind of, you know, experienced being in the shadows of her family, you know, growing up mainly with her dad and her brother. And so she's always kind of waiting on being able to have her opportunity to shine. And that's where a lot of her drive comes from.
Excited is an understatement. It was just so emotional, you know. It was just a lot of nearly a lifetime of work to get to a point like this, and I just never imagined it being on this scale with Jordan Peele, and just being in a Jordan Peele movie is insane. And I just remember when I got the job, it was just so emotional, and then there was a point where I was like, I need to film it, and I need to do this opportunity, and I better deliver. So there was definitely those sweaty moments of like, oh, he's putting a lot of trust in me right now to be one of the leads with all these people. Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, Yeun, and Michael Wincott, and he's making me, all right, let's do it. I'm here, I'm ready.
I got a call from Jordan Peele asking me to play this character Jupe. And, you know, for me, getting to work with Jordan is, you know, great. I jumped at the opportunity. I think for me, I really appreciated that he opened the door for collaboration with this particular character. So, you know, it was such a fun ride because we got to really excavate this character. So, yeah, working with Jordan, that was kind of the draw for me.
Well, there's such different performers, you know, with such different backgrounds, and both embodied their characters just so wonderfully. I mean, talk about a situation where the characters, you know, in just these capable hands, the characters as foils to one another, they bloom and they blossom. Getting these actors together the first time, you can just see them start to become Emerald and OJ, and that relationship was very real, very real. Got to the point where I didn't have to talk to them much, and I certainly didn't have to tell them about how they felt to each other because they knew.
OJ is her older brother, who is very much a worksmith. You know what I mean? He's very focused. He's been working on this Hollywood ranch, doing this business with their family, continuing on the legacy of being animal wranglers. And so his attention is far different. He's kind of wanting to be in the shadows. You know, he feels very much defined, you know, and empowered by his job to be a horse trainer. And, you know, we meet them at the point where they are reconnecting again, you know, at the loss of their father. And so those two personalities, as they approach whatever this big spectacle is that they meet in our movie, you get to just see how it transforms them both and also brings them back together.
It's a completely different world that we're in. It's like, in both ways, it's like, Get Out did it in 23 days, and then this is the longest shoot I've ever done in my life. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, just seeing him grow as a filmmaker, be more assured, you having IMAX cameras and getting everything together, and just the vision is, he's always had a big vision, but it got bigger, you know?
I think everybody likes films for different reasons. Like they like their favorite directors for different reasons. And no one is greater or better. But I think personally for me, I love the way that Jordan approaches filmmaking because it's very much so, you know, like a painter kind of artist. You know, there's always different layers and things that you can pull from it. It has a clear direction of what he's trying to say, you know, what he put into it. But everything is still open for interpretation based off of how the viewer is observing it. And I just think that's very special, and it makes it fun and interesting for me. It's not just something I'm watching and being entertained by, but it's something that's allowing me to learn about myself. It's just not easy to do.
Angel's just knowledgeable in a lot of random things. He's kind of that type of dude where he's knowledgeable in metal music, video games, films, and aliens. And he's just that dude that's chilling back, listening to podcasts, smoking a little bit, having a good time, and just trying to learn. He's just wired like that.
He's a very isolated man, I think. I think he's caught in maybe a prison of his own construction. Maybe he's someone that's caught in a prison of other people's construction upon him too. I think for me, Jupe represents a side of all of us, that maybe wants to be seen in our entirety, but can only be seen in very specific ways. And sometimes it's more comfortable to acquiesce to what everybody else expects of you than to fight the resistance of trying to be yourself. And isn't that all of us?